Hey guys, and welcome back to our Vampire the Masquerade campaign. I'm your storyteller Chris, as always. In our last episode, our coterie went to their meeting with the Tremere Quinton and a mysterious dark Tremere that was giving them information regarding the ritual and the dagger. The players have discovered that the Sabbat was trying to use a ritual to bind spirits within newly created vampires for the purposes of hunting elders within the city. The players were attacked after this information was given by these mysterious vampires, draped in purple cloaks with ritualistic scars all over them. The players entered the combat scene apprehending one of the cultists. And as we set down our scene, we have the cult leader with the hood over his head, bound with shadow tentacles made by Flynn. His howling is beginning to subside as he just goes down, as he just is going as he just looks over. Seems to be assessing the situation right now. His arms just dangling off his body.
I'm assuming he dropped that staff he was holding.
Yeah, he let it go.
I pick one of the chairs back up. Just sit down.
I reluctantly pull myself away from him.
I come back in from outside, my arm probably covered in blood, up about halfway up the forearm at least.
Okay.
So, we have him alive.
Who are you, and why are you here?
Who I am is not important. We've come to get what was taken from us. What is rightfully ours. He seems to be eyeballing the dagger over there on the floor.
Look over at the dagger, look back at him.
Who is your daddy? What does he do?
Who sent you?
Nobody sent us. We came ourselves.
Who sent you?
Nobody. We have come to retrieve what's ours. It was stolen from
The
us.
tentacles pull his arms a little bit harder.
He howls and screams.
So I was under the impression that this dagger was created recently here in the city.
It probably was, but the blade of it is ours.
So it's not the dagger, it's the blade.
Yes.
Why? Why is it important?
He seems to just be having this expression. It's a relic of. It's a relic that belongs to us. It's from a holy artifact that we are charged with protecting.
Okay, so who are you? Sounds like you're from some group.
We call ourselves the Lost Ones.
The Lost Ones. Okay. Why do you call yourselves the Lost Ones?
Because we've given up. We don't adhere to calling ourselves by our clan name. We're just we are one. Cast out, exiled.
Exiled from where?
Our clans. We renounced our clans.
Your caitiff?
Self-imposed.
Well, if you're exiled, it's hardly self-imposed.
Some self-imposed, some exiled, some brought within. Very of us come with particular reasons.
What is this relic? You said the blade come from a relic. What relic?
It was a holy spear that we were charged with protecting and we passed down through. That we just passed down through generations of our kind.
What is this holy spear? And why would you protect it?
Because we guard it and we hold it because it is used to kill. It will be used to strike down Cain when he returns.
Uh-huh.
Why do you think this blade could strike down Cain?
Because it was blessed by the heavens. The heavens blessed it, and it will be used to strike him down for when he returns to bring darkness upon the entire earth and bring about the end times.
So you're a doomsday cult.
We're not a doomsday cult. We're prepared for whenever the end comes, and we will be there to meet it for when it does.
How was this blade
Doomsday
blessed?
preppers.
Who blessed it?
Got it.
Blessed by that, it's different people claim blessed by Yahweh, blessed by God, blessed by Allah, blessed by whoever. Angels. It doesn't...
I mean, it doesn't look like a holy weapon to me.
Because it was defiled by Samuel when he stole it from us.
So you know Samuel then?
Yes, he was one of us until he left, and he took it with him when he stole it, when he killed our leader.
Samuel was one of you.
Yes.
How did he kill your leader? Samuel didn't strike me as a particularly strong individual.
No, he killed him in the night, stole it away with him whenever there was some argument. I wasn't there for it.
What clan is Samuel? What do you know about him?
I know. I don't know much. I know he's some kind of Setite.
Snake?
It doesn't make any sense. He's the only Setite that was in our. He was the only Setite within our group that I've ever seen. But he was fanatic. He was bent on seeking out founders. He was bent on seeking him out. He just couldn't be reasoned with.
So why would he have ended up at a Sabbat creation ritual with his knife?
I don't know. Probably from whatever fanatical intent he had. He was bent on taking the fight to them.
When you say them, do you mean like the antediluvians? Is that what you're
Antediluvians,
saying?
Cain. He's mad. He took it upon himself to hunt these things down.
So then
That's just what we were told.
Told by who?
That must be what the thing
Elders
they're trying
of
to hunt is then, with the spirit possessed vampires that the Dagger is supposed to create.
The elders of our group. I don't know what all else is a part of this ritual. We had the Heaven's Judgment, the spear that's passed down amongst generations to generations that we're charged with protecting. He stole it from our leader after an altercation. That's what we were told.
You said your leader is dead now.
He did. He killed him. But the elders of our sect, they sent us to retrieve it.
How did you know it was here?
He kind of looks
How
around.
did you get in here?
We're everywhere. He kind of smiles. He goes, "We're everywhere. We're in the Camarilla. We're in the Sabbat. We're in the Anarchs. We're in more places than you think. During the day, during the night. Always watching, always waiting. From whenever we need to be here, for whenever the time comes."
So you couldn't have just asked for it back. You had to attack us instead.
We didn't think you'd give it to us if we asked.
Somebody go check on Quinton.
I go over to him. Hey, shake him. You still unalive?
Let me. I can probably. I'm assuming medicine doesn't actually apply to vampires.
It does. I mean, you've never had time to just sit down and kind of... You don't know a lot about vampire physiology being only days old.
Still gonna attempt.
Okay. You can roll medicine. You can roll medicine plus wits. Difficulty 8.
He looks dead. He appears to be dead.
Three.
As you film over, you see his eyes flutter.
Yeah, he's not dead.
He starts stirring like he just looks beaten badly. You hear a fight. He just looks hurt badly.
Buck up, buddy. You got this.
Hey, Quinton, keep any blood around here?
He doesn't do anything.
Okay. Is there a door or another room that looks like it might be leading for like a kitchen area or something like that by any chance?
Yeah, you see an area out for the kitchen.
Okay, I'm gonna just go in there and check his fridge if he has a fridge.
When you open up his fridge, you don't see him. He doesn't keep blood packs or anything like that.
Sucks for him, I guess.
We got plenty of blood right here.
Well,
I thought that was a no-no.
pretty much not a good idea. But, anyways, I head back in the room. Alright, so you think that you need this magic blade to kill Cain and the antediluvians? Is that what this is?
Yes.
Okay.
It's ours. He took it from us. We deserve it back. We don't care what you can take the hilt. You can take the eye on it. I don't know. We don't know what that is. I just want the blade part back. It belongs to us.
Yeah, probably not.
Right now, no one is getting this until our mission is complete.
Well, we don't get it back, then our mission isn't complete.
Well, I guess then you should have killed us.
Probably would have been a better idea.
Where are you headquartered?
We're everywhere.
It's your social security number.
Yeah. Well, then who else is like you within the inner circle, within the city?
In the city, we have spies in the Camarilla. We have spies in the Sabbat, in the Anarchs.
Then what's going to keep me from turning you into the prince?
Turn me into the prince. I care not. It doesn't matter what happens to me, for our mission will be complete. Others will follow after me. You won't be safe. You won't be safe as long as it's in your possession.
I don't know about you guys, but I didn't really feel like threatened here.
I don't know. They hit me with that big slab of stone. That was kind of annoying. This guy tried to make me mad, though. That was kind of irritating.
Well, I don't know whether we should turn him into the prince or just kill him here.
I guess it depends. Turning him into the prince might get you some brownie points.
I take off my scarf. I get behind him, and I muzzle him. we can take it off if we have more questions, but I don't want him to keep doing that stuff that made you guys start to freak out earlier.
Oh, I guess I would have had to have loosened the tentacle for him to talk.
Well, you didn't have one around his neck. You just had the arms.
Yeah, you just got the arms.
Oh, that's right.
So there's still just that one
There's one just
lonely
kind of
tentacle
waiting
just...
around behind him.
So,
There's just something
what do we do with this guy?
I don't really care.
He has connections to Samson.
You mean Samuel?
Samuel. He has connections to Samuel.
I mean, he does know a bit more about him, probably. And from what that guy was talking about, they're probably going to call a blood hunt on Samuel, right?
Based on what you're telling me, like you said, you can stake someone, they just go kind of...
Yeah. They can't really do much, yeah.
Could we... Can you just keep someone like that for a while?
Yeah, more or less indefinitely.
Why don't we stake him and bury him somewhere so if we need to change our mind on what to do with him later, we can just dig him up and do it then.
The only concern there is then, like, if they've got some of his people monitoring the place, they could just come in and take him then.
And if there's spies within,
I'd be fine taking him to the prince, though. I'm certain that they have people that specialize in getting information.
Yeah, but will they share it with us?
what else are you? What are you keeping
It's
us
relevant.
from us about Samuel?
I drop it.
What are you keeping from us about Samuel?
He's fanatical. He's not going to stop. He'll probably come after the dagger himself because he needs it.
Well, I hope he does. How do we find him? How do we track him?
How did you find us? How did you track us?
We knew that you were having a meeting here. We waited until Quinton dropped his guard, and we just came in. We were waiting here for you.
How did you know we were having the meeting here and when we were having it?
He doesn't say anything. Oh no,
That's
he
all
take that back.
he's
No, he
got.
says that he goes, we have spies at the chantry itself. Our reach goes even there.
But no spies wherever it is that Samuel is right now?
He knows how to he knows how to spot us.
So then he must not be around any other groups at the moment.
He likely is set up shop on his own. If you return the dagger to us, we will help you. We will help you track him down. We wish to see him stop too.
I already told you that's not going to happen.
It should. You should feel it within your blood. I know that there are some of you that have felt these times coming. The arrival of the thin bloods, the red star that shines bright in the sky.
No, I don't really know anything about that stuff.
If all that you say is true, then why would I want to keep this for our own protection?
Because you don't know how to use it. You don't know how to unlock its true power. It's defiled right now anyway.
I'm sure there are those that know. Other than you.
Then you don't give us back to us whenever they do rise. They continue to rise. They've already risen. I'm sure you've heard of the events within India.
What's going on in India?
He laughs himself. He goes. There's storms, whispers in the dark.
Storms and whispers in the dark, huh?
Vampire turning on vampire.
Well, that's unheard of.
What's this guy talking about?
I don't know.
Blood in the streets.
Sounds
They're
like
keeping it under wraps.
doomsday nonsense to me. Vampires are always turning against vampires. Storms. Whispers in the night. What kind of nonsense is that?
What do you know about the events in India?
And like preferably something that isn't just nonsense.
Remember, an ancient vampire woke within the time, consuming all within his kind. Surely you've heard of the events here.
I mean, we've heard of all kinds of events here. Anything in particular?
How has it not reached your ears here?
Enlighten us.
They cover. Your masters blind you from what's going on up there. It has begun. Gehenna is upon us.
Somebody's always saying Gehenna is upon us.
Elders feel it now. Elders feel the pull to return to the east. The signs are here.
What events are you speaking of here?
Repent.
The end is
I
nigh.
hear there's whispers to elders being called back home.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, but like something more concrete that we would have actually seen, or
It's probably being covered up by your masters here. The Ivory Tower doesn't want you to know what's going on.
So nothing like too big then, huh?
There's estates all over the world being abandoned. Its blood gets weaker and weaker as we see it now. These are the signs of the times.
Blood getting weaker and weaker.
Yes, with the arrival of the Thin Bloods.
I mean,
Cain's blood being watered down.
the lower generation you are, and you make a vampire, it's gonna be weaker. It's just kind of how it works. It's not nothing prophetic about that. It's just how it. That's just how it works. I don't know why that's such a weird thing.
What is? Okay, kind of out of the game. What is the term for when like elder vampires grow weaker?
Oh, like like when they sleep in torpor?
No, not when they sleep in torpor, but
Oh, the winnowing.
The winnowing.
Mm-hmm.
Would I know what that was, or would I?
You
through
probably-
my call?
Yeah, you're yeah, because of your sire's like deep urges of diablerie and lower generation. You're probably familiar with that term.
Is there a red star in the sky right now?
Yeah.
Okay. With all the normal connotations that come with that.
Oh, well, so like have you seen one like in the bright like sun? No, you don't see that. No.
Okay, but
No.
night you can see one.
There's a red star that's in the night. There's a red star that's in the night. That is in the night sky. Yes.
Okay.
It's not like Mars or anything.
Are you speaking of the winnowing?
I'm speaking of the end of days.
What is your name?
We renounce our names. They're not important along our mission.
It just sounds very inconvenient for communication.
I'm not important enough to have a name.
It's getting a very culty vibe off of this.
Yeah.
So you can't tell us anything that can help us capture Samuel.
No, but we can help you. I can't, but there's others of my sect that can.
What's my curiosity rating? Since I have the flaw curiosity.
Yeah, it's probably good not there.
Like, no, I think I'm at the point where I need to make a curiosity roll.
Okay.
How many successes do I need? What?
3.
Ah.
Way to suck.
I'm good. I fight back and ask some further questions on it for now.
I don't know, this guy hasn't really told us much that's useful.
No, he hasn't.
I don't, but I don't know that much. But I can help you find the people who can. We can help you find Samuel. Don't be blind. Don't make the mistake.
Alright. How about we try, like, a compromise here? We hold on to the dagger. We keep it safe since you've got eyes everywhere. You can see that we're doing that. And you help us get closer to finding Samuel. And then the more you help us, the more likely we are to just give you that bit that you like.
That's fine.
Seems reasonable to me.
Okay. See, we can all get along. After we killed all your dudes.
They died for the cause. Their deaths.
They died for nothing, because if you just come and talk to us in the first place, we probably would have come to the same conclusion, and we probably would have been more agreeable about it.
Oh, right.
So in the future, maybe, instead of trying to jump us, you just come talk. I mean, I'm all for a good fight. but it seemed like that was kind of pointless. Since we ended up here anyways.
So, are we good then? Everybody good? Everybody happy?
Kind of want to know more about this Red Star thing, but Flynn, can you just give me the lecture on it later? Do you know this stuff?
I would know when I.
Okay, I'll get the information from you later.
I said nothing about it, and that is fine. Seems like a bunch of nonsense to me.
All right, stalemate averted. Can we get out of here now? Oh, yeah, he's still kind of unconscious, isn't he?
So how do you propose that you're gonna help us then?
You got a phone number in?
I can give you a number. You can get a hold of me.
Okay.
Well, apparently you're not the one that we need to talk to.
Well, I can be a contact for the people that you can if you need to. Obviously, you don't intend on... Obviously, unless you wish to come meet our elders. That would only end with either you joining or being destroyed.
You're probably not gonna go with that one then.
No.
Yeah, it's just get a number we can call you, and then we'll get a hold of you.
And you're not gonna attack us anymore.
Will you give us the dagger when this is resolved? Will you give us the blade when it's resolved?
If we get Samuel, then there might be a way we can deal with the blade.
Then fine.
Sounds good.
I'll drop the tentacles.
He drops. You see his arms kind of go back into their sockets.
I look over at Quinton.
Right.
What's he doing?
Murmuring.
Murmuring?
Looks like he's slowly coming to.
Wonder how much of all that he heard.
If you want my advice, kill him now. If you don't want the blood on your hands, I will. I'll do it for you.
Nah. I think we can use him still too.
Did he give us a number?
He gives you a phone number. If you need to call me, that's fine. If you need to call me something, call me Dexter.
Dexter.
That was a name that I had before. That when I have to, but it's an alias that I've used before.
Alright.
Alright, Dexter, we're gonna contact you soon.
And if you happen to find anything out relevant, do you want to give him a number for him to get a hold of us with?
I'll give him my number.
Okay, he takes it.
I'm sure he probably already had it.
Anything else?
Fine. Whatever you do, don't give this to the prince. Don't give it to the Tremere. You'll never get it back.
You mean you'll never get it back?
I'll never get it back. You'll never see it again. It'll disappear somewhere deep within the Tremere chantry. It'll disappear somewhere maybe deep within the prince's clutches.
Okay.
You'll never see it again. I'll never see it again. And it's only going to spell disaster.
So if that's the case, why haven't they taken it from us already? They could have.
They don't know. They don't know what it's for.
Alright.
But it's likely going to get back to them soon.
What do you know about Gregory, the ex-archbishop?
He was the Sabbat archbishop. His rule was failing when he was here. There were several of us that were infiltrated into the Sabbat.
Any secrets he had?
We knew that he was receiving pressure from someone outside of the city in order to make... They were supposed to deliver some kind of something, some kind of weapon to someone above that. I knew that was going on. He was under stress for that.
Any secret desires or proclivities?
In what regard?
Just anything off about him or anything along those lines. Anything that any enemy could have used against them.
Just his own, I would just say it was his own hubris or his own vanity. I mean, he refused to ask for help outside of the city. Like it was, That's very common amongst Sumisi elders. They wait for the day when they're childhood. They wait for the day whenever it comes to the time for them to be destroyed.
What do your spies know about the prince and his court?
We know that there's deep within it, there's something going on underneath. There's some sort of power struggle going on there as well.
Power struggle.
It's hard to tell. Our spy network has not been able to infiltrate that high. He keeps his Permission Council very close guarded. We know that the Nosferatu themselves have not. The Permission has not gone to Elysium in months.
We've heard the Nosferatu have disappeared from the city.
They've gone underground. The Edgar Cunningham, the Permission, he holds sway amongst several of the Nosferatu within the city, including he is very well respected amongst the Sabbat and Anarch Nosferatu in the city.
Why would they have gone underground? Why are they hiding?
I don't know. The Nosferatu amongst my employed just said that he was strongly urging them not to get involved within the sect politics, within the conflict. I suspected likely that he knew something, that he knows something.
Edgar knows something, you mean?
Well, most likely. That he's definitely one of the most influential vampires in the city. He's been here long before the prince.
Well, the master usually know a lot of things.
He's only one of the few vampires that would dare defy the prince.
Do you happen to know anything off about Edgar?
Quiet, reserved, rarely seen. Different people argue based on what he really looks like. He's old. Hides deep within the sewers.
That sounds fun.
It's kind of a NOS thing.
Sucks.
It's hard to move around when you look like they do. But you'll be hard-pressed to find a more well-informed group. So it might be worth trying to find them at some point.
Oh. So you got people in the spot, whatever. Can you tell me anything about this chick? Can I describe my sire? She's what's that word? Gangrel?
Yep.
Gangrel.
She's not from the city. I know that for sure.
So she just wandered in?
There were Sabat. They claim to be nomad packs that came into the city, but they're not nomadic packs. They're more fanatical. They're more bloodthirsty. They're more driven, like for a purpose. Like almost like they were established somewhere else and came here. It's hard.
Cool. Cool.
All right.
Is Quinton coming to you, or is
Yeah,
he
he's
still...
he's slowly stirring.
Is he looking around, or does he look like he's...
No, he still looks. He looks just like he is mauled. He looks beat to all hell.
So should he get out of here before he wakes up?
I really think you should end him right now. I cannot stress this enough.
Why?
Because the Tremere in this city cannot be trusted. They're likely to.
Everybody knows that anyway.
Well, I know they're likely to. They're likely to make this. They're likely to make you all disappear to prevent this from news of this from getting out.
You have spies in the Tremere.
Not. Yeah, but again, at a moment's notice, they could be found out.
I don't disagree with the idea of getting rid of him. If we plan on actually making good on this thing with the dagger, and particularly if either the Tremere or the Prince will actually want to take it from us, because if we deal with Quinton now and let him go, we can say that they took the dagger, even if we still have it.
Wait, then aren't you killing a member of your club?
Not if he does it.
I'll do it.
I don't relish the idea of telling the Prince we lost the dagger in any sort of scenario.
But the other option is just giving it to him.
We don't have to say we lost the dagger yet. And they haven't helped us find Samuel yet.
I'm gonna leave this crap up to you two, because you actually kind of know what's going on.
But we are in a Tremere Chantry, so...
We're not in a Tremere Chantry.
Or we're in a
Tremere Haven.
Haven.
My main concern there is they may have some way to tell that that's what happened.
Yeah.
Burn the building. It will make it harder for them to be able to discover it.
You know the dirt on most of the people, right?
Some. Depends on who it is.
Who would be after Fey Blood?
Fey blood. Where's
There was.
Where's that coming from?
Real?
I don't know.
We'll get to that here in a tick.
There was rumor that one of the. There was rumor that there was some elder vampire within the Camarilla that had that particular vice.
Any leads?
One of the Persian. Within the black mark, within the black market. That's contacts have told us that someone from up that eye is requesting it.
Is that likely the only person in the city that's looking so fanatically for it?
Yeah, that consistently.
How,
You said a primogen, right?
Yes.
like an out-of-game thing, how common knowledge is it that Ventru have like a specific type of blood they go for?
Pretty common knowledge.
Okay. Do you know if it's possibly a Ventru?
They probably wouldn't hide it.
Hmm?
They probably wouldn't hide it.
Wouldn't hide it. Even if it's something as specific as Fayblood, if that's a thing, apparently. Confused as to why Dawson's the one bringing this up, but
They
We can talk about it later.
well, we will.
For some reason, they're keeping it under wraps. If it's one of them, wouldn't be surprising. But again, that's one of our top. The Venture Permission is one of our. It is one of our likely suspects. So is the sheriff. If our information is wrong, I mean, he's that high up too.
Probably my biggest concern about dealing with Quinton and burning the place down and us all surviving the situation is that it makes us look pretty bad.
Say there are more of us. Say we overpowered you. So you had to flee for your lives.
I feel like they wouldn't care about that too much. Unless I'm not a great liar as it is anyways. Especially when it comes to losing a fight that I didn't lose.
I pull up my cell phone. I just pick a big file to start downloading offline. Then I'm gonna start walking around the room with my phone like this, listening for like pops of speakers or mics or anything like that. I'm trying to pick up if there's any recording devices around. You know, like sometimes when you go by
security plus wits.
Sounds good.
I'm not sure if we have to do quite all that right now.
2.
You're not finding anything.
Cancel the download.
I think our next best option is to not do anything here and then just basically hide the dagger somewhere or claim we hid the dagger somewhere. And then if it comes down to it, basically it was stolen from wherever we hid it somehow, without any apparent reason why it would be possible to be stolen from there.
There's something bigger going on here.
There's always something bigger going on.
I want to know what it is. What do you know about the rest of the pieces of the dagger?
Not much. We knew Samuel had begun to. He was fanatic in his search for a way to do this. He had begun theorizing ways from what we heard. He was looking for a reason for items to go and seek them out. And he probably was looking for other items that were doing that, if I had to make a guess.
You said the blade was tainted. Or it's tainted now, corrupted. Or...
Well, it's been separated from the rest of the spear.
So you take the whole spear or just the blade?
Just the blade. He left it.
So more than likely then, what he's trying to do here is, assuming all of this is correct, try to basically make a blade to use in a creation ritual to make vampires with some kind of spirit in them that he can use to hunt down antediluvians or Cain or whatever.
Or elders.
We have to stop him. We can't. He won't be successful. He'll just bring destruction to the world by doing this. We have to stop him.
Well,
There's so many things that could go wrong. He could succeed and finding them and unleashing them, he could create walking abominations, walking breaches of the Masquerade that he can't control.
At the very least, I definitely agree we need to find Samuel. And if we're both working toward that same goal, that's fine with me. But I think that I'm coming down on the side of being against doing anything with Quinton or this place. If we need to do something with the dagger later to keep it out of someone else's hands, we can figure that out. But coming out of the situation, pretending like it was a big failure on our part, does not sit well with me.
Nor me.
So, guess
We will let you.
basically let him go now.
We will let you go. With the agreement that we'll keep the dagger. We'll keep it safe, and then we'll keep in contact. You help us find Samuel. and We'll figure out a way to get you to Blake.
That's fine.
If what you say turns out to be true.
That's fine.
Alright, sounds good. Let's get you out of here, I guess, before he actually wakes up.
Right. He goes to leave.
Unless somebody else stops him, I let him go.
He goes out the door and disappears.
I don't know if I like this too much.
Just how suburban is this neighborhood that we're in right now?
I mean, it's kind of like a. I mean, it's not Leave It to Be. I mean, it's not like Leave It to Beaver.
It's just kind of like a neighborhood, basically.
Yeah.
Alright. Only just now really considering the fact that there's a smashed to a pulp body out on the front lawn right now.
Yeah.
Whoops.
So, probably go drag that inside real quick, look around, see if anybody's looking at us.
No, nobody outside seems to notice you guys.
Okay. At the very least, I'm going to drag what I can of the smashed to a pulp body back inside.
I'll make sure I retrieve the dagger.
Okay.
And, what are we doing with Quinton here, though? Because he's not really going to get any better if he doesn't get some blood. I'm not giving him any blood.
Well, who was that person that was here? He could help him.
Yeah, but he wasn't really here. And also, I don't think he cares about Quinton at all. Nor do we have a way to get a hold of him.
Maybe we can just throw Quinton in the back of the car and go find him some blood.
We just go knock on the neighbor's door.
Hey, how's it going? Anyways.
You heard the good news about our Lord and Savior King?
So did that guy's black hand look burnt?
Yeah.
Wasn't there a guy at that ritual spraying blood all over me? You remember that first night? Didn't he have a burnt up hand?
Spray.
Okay, I remember popping out of the ground, getting a quick look around, and then someone cutting some lady's neck and blood went everywhere. I want to say that that guy's hand was all burnt up.
He didn't cut her neck.
Or,
Talking about Samuel.
sorry, what
Samuel with the dagger
He had the burnt up hand?
basically stabbed the lady, and she exploded.
but wasn't his hand burning from?
Mm-mm.
Oh, am I just totally remembering
Yeah.
this wrong? I could have sworn there was someone with a.
There was the shriveled body that fell on top of Kat's grave that she was buried inside of.
I really wanted to say like it heated up and it like
Oh no, yeah, it burned his hand. Sorry,
Yeah.
yeah. Sorry, it burned the inside of Samuel's hand after he did that when the ritual appeared to backlash.
Okay.
But that was Samuel.
Yeah, that's why he dropped.
Okay.
That's why he dropped the dagger. But it didn't engulf his whole hand.
Okay. I just knew something about that sounded really familiar.
I think maybe one of the guys that they were talking to, the fire, I think out of game. I think one of them may have stuck his hand inside the flames. That they were saying that, but I can't. But it's fine.
I'm not sure about that.
So, what do we like? Jump somebody and give him some blood? Do
we have his address?
Who?
Quinton's.
You're at no. This is the address that you guys.
But
have.
we know it though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the local pizza place number?
Not a good idea.
Pizza, or do you mention that? Do you ask that?
Yeah, why don't we just have a pizza guy come over?
Most pizza places, you're going to record the information. You want something seedy like an escort service.
And we're not going to kill him.
Craigslist.
Okay, so this is all a huge pain in the butt. What's the problem with another vampire giving him some blood?
I mean, one of us could give him some blood, and that would be fine, in the sense that, like, it's not Diablo or anything like that, and it would help him out. But there is a certain impact on another vampire when you feed off of them, where they essentially become bound to you. It's kind of a one-way thing, though. Like, it doesn't affect you, really, but they
After the first,
sort of become drawn to you.
Yeah, no, I don't need another one of those. Never mind.
Yeah. After a certain number of times of doing it, they become bound to you to the point where, like, they can't. Like, if you tell them to do something, they have to do it. They're basically like,
Okay.
you know, they just slaves to you, more or less.
Alright, I'll go over to him. Give me a knife.
There was a dagger.
Yeah. Don't carry knives.
That'd be like an ag, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Oh my god. That'd be like an act.
Like run it slow with one draw, new lethal.
There are some tools by that large quartz crystal over there.
Plus, like, you got, vampire fangs or something.
Yeah, you can just.
Oh, yeah.
That's Act 2.
Oh, is it?
I'll do it gently
okay,
for just.
Okay. Alright.
Dribble some in his open mouth.
Okay. Okay. Give him a blood point.
Give him a blood point.
Alright. He doesn't look that much better, but he gets up and he starts staring. What happened?
He just needs to be up enough that he
Yeah.
can figure his own self out. Yeah. Some guys came out of obfuscate and got the jump on you.
Okay.
I thought this place was safe. How did they get in here?
I don't know how they got in here.
Do you have blood around here anywhere? Are you gonna be able to get blood yourself?
Yeah. He goes over to the fridge, and he pops the top of it down, and up inside there seems to be a secret compartment where there's a few blood packs, and he just seems to just he does that to about 2. He just pops the secret compartment back up there.
You good now?
Yeah.
Alright.
So what happened?
Well, your friend in the circle seemed to have realized they were there. Disappeared. You got hit over the back of the head. And we fought these guys off. And now you're up.
Who were they?
Well, we don't really know.
But I did kind of kill one of them on your front lawn.
Oh,
Dragged his body back in here, but I mean, there's still kind of a mess out there. Seemed like kind of the neighborhood where you wouldn't want to have a bunch of blood out on your front lawn.
spray with a hose or something and get rid of it.
Yeah, go for it.
He goes out there and just starts spraying it down with the hose.
Could you get the whole front of me too?
Sprays with the hose.
I'm assuming I'm kind of caped at this point.
Mm.
I go to his sink to take care of it on my arm.
And of course, I'm complete. Well,
Okay,
yeah, no, I
and
got,
now
You definitely got
I
splattered
got
on.
splatter all over me.
You got splattered on purpose.
I'm pretty much good.
I come over to Flynn. So Flynn, who was that guy?
I don't know.
Oh, I assumed you knew who he was since you didn't ask about him.
Who the guy in the circle?
Yeah.
I don't know who he is. Some Tremere bigwig, I assume. I don't know who everybody is.
Oh.
But based on the situation and the fact that he was someone that we were sent here to speak to from the Tremere, then I assume he's just one of their bigger people. We can always ask Quinton, see if he can tell us more.
Okay.
Yeah, Quinton, tell us more.
Dude.
After you're done spraying down
Yeah,
your lawn.
he comes back in after he seems to be done outside.
Doing some night watering of his plants.
What?
So who was that dude?
I can't say too much. He's one of my superiors.
Wait, can you answer this? Above the Primogen or below
Above the
the
Primogen.
Primogen? Oh, okay.
The Primogen is the counselor to the prince on his council. He is above the Primogen. Who that is, I can tell you that. I can't tell you his name. I can't tell you where he's at. But it got that high. The ritual that was stolen is not. It's not. It needs to stay within here. It can't get out. It can't get out. I recommend you guys taking his offer of giving it to him. Because if it got out, it would embarrass several people. And I'm not trying to threaten you guys or anything, because I can't do anything. I'm not going to be the one doing it. But that is not a guy you want to cross.
What's up with his arm?
Oh, I have no idea.
Okay.
Oh my God, I have no idea. There's wild rumors about how he burned his hand that way. I've heard everything. It was from some sort of a werewolf mystic. There's rumors that he sold his soul to a demon. There's stories that he did it himself. That he achieved gold. There's wild rumors. I have no idea what happened to his hand. He somehow channels power from it.
And seems to talk to it a lot also.
Again, I don't know.
Okay.
He is very powerful. Once I went looking for. I mean, I can't divulge too much of what I told. But once I was starting out, I said something to somebody. I got called in a room, and yeah, it went out from there.
The one thing that I'm finding kind of hard to wrap my head around is Tremere make gargoyles a fair amount of time. It's not. It just, I don't know. I don't think. It's hard to believe that is such a high ritual or such a guarded secret that we would go through all this for that.
And again, this has to stay in here. If this gets out, I don't want to see anything bad happen to you guys. Again, because keep in mind, if this gets found and then they get brought back to it, like if they get the dagger, they get the ritual and stuff back, and they cover that up, and this doesn't get out, this works out well for me, and that's what I want to see. But again, the knowledge that we can make things that can hunt specific clans of vampires is not something that they want to get out.
All right.
My guess is the fact that the prince sent you guys upon this mission is the only reason that you guys probably are not dead now.
So what are you supposed to be doing to help us with this situation, Quinton?
Anything I can. I'm sorry I couldn't tell you that I actually knew more than what it was when I looked at it originally. I was told that once I saw it, I was going to have to report back. But, I'm very adept at reading particular auras. I'm knowledgeable about magic item crafting and things like that. I do have a gargoyle servant. Things like that.
Well,
I'm never going to fight. My
doesn't surprise me.
particular thaumatina, but I'm very good in any social situations that may need to come up.
Oh, that guy said one of. Didn't he say something about why the ritual failed and that he could say more about it?
I think he could give us more information about the specific kind of were spiders.
Yeah,
so?
something about that.
Once I saw it, I was able to determine I know what went wrong. Yeah.
Which was?
The particular were spider silk had it had elements of entropy in it. And that likely was probably what caused the backlash. They were trying to bind something. And they used a reagent that in and of itself is an element of entropy into it. So probably what kept the spirit from binding into it.
What's that even mean? An element of entropy to it.
Probably unbound. It probably unbound something when it probably once they, because from what I heard, he said they hit the person and they exploded. Right? Probably attacked their spirit. Probably when they did that. It's probably what it did. Instead of putting the spirit in, it undid the spirit or whatever. It undid the soul of the thing that it hit.
What is this element of entropy that we're talking about?
Probably some sort of element within the silk, the were spider silk.
Like, is it like a physical thing or
Spiritual. So
Okay.
it's probably both.
Gotcha.
There's both. There's a spirit and a physical element to it. But there are types of silks out there. There are probably, if I saw it and I recognize it, there are elements of it that you could differentiate between it.
Okay, so if they had the dagger and they had the silk that didn't have that entropy in it, they could have probably made it work?
Yes.
Okay.
That's where his mistake was. Now, again, it doesn't have to be that. It can be it could be probably any sort of like element for binding that together. I mean, there's other options that are out there.
Okay.
He probably doesn't know that's what it is.
So how was he able to get as far as he did without knowing that specific thing?
He probably didn't have. He probably. I don't think he had the knowledge of it. If I make a guess, he couldn't see that particular entity. Again, somebody made that. I don't know if he did, but somebody did. There's not very many people that are that talented in making it.
Who could have made it here?
Myself, talking about vampires, myself, one or two other Tremere.
Anybody outside the Tremere?
Yeah, there's a few.
Could it have been someone in the Sabbat?
Maybe, but I don't. There's anybody off the top of my list that they would have had to have came in out of the city in order to make it. It's not. I wouldn't say it's their forte.
Is there anybody in the city that does specialize in doing things like that?
Myself,
I mean,
other than myself,
other than yourself or other
There's-
than vampires?
yeah, there's one. I don't. His name's Hollister. He lives in one of the lighthouses down by the dock. He probably could.
What is he?
He's my sire.
No, I said other than vampires.
Oh, other than vampires. People that train that, if I'd make a guess. We know that there's certain were creatures that probably could, if I make a guess. I know that there's certain ones that deal with it. Maybe a few mage, maybe a mage. And even there's
So who would do it seemingly for
him.
him or for...
I highly doubt any of the were creatures would make it for him. They would attack us on sight. So maybe maybe a mage in the city. Again, we don't deal with that super often, but
So what's next step?
Is there anything else?
but
you
actually,
can
you
tell
know
us?
who could then you know who else might know? The Nosferatu Primogen. Dagger probably would.
But he's gone in hiding, hasn't he?
He's out underground. I don't know how to get hold of him, but if there's somebody outside the circles of that, they would know. But again, my sire would also know too.
Is he agreeable to visitors?
He's an independent thinker. Not a... He doesn't often get involved in the politics within the city. He pays lip service to our regent. He... Again, does what he can. I don't interact with him very often. I know where his haven's at. He's very reclusive and deals with his own studies, with his own magic item crafting.
But if we showed up there with you, he'd probably talk to us.
He'd grant you an audience. And how welcoming he's going to be. But he will grant you an audience.
And what all do you think that he might be able to tell us that you can't?
And again, did you guys say the dagger's gone, or is it still here?
We haven't said anything about the dagger yet.
Okay. I don't know. If he saw the dagger, he probably could tell you who could have made it. He's better than I am.
So he might actually be able to pin down a maker on it.
But you just said you could have made it yourself.
I could have, but I didn't. Now, again, my skills are only so good. You know, I could probably have made this. Trying to look at the specific markings of it and the intricacies of who could have made it. It's a little outside my skill set. He could, but he's one of them. People in the city that could.
Well, since we seem to have a connection to him, he seems like
I doubt that he probably made it. But
seems like someone to be worth talking to, if he might be able to tell us who made it.
yes.
So that's probably a good idea for us to check that out. And you'll have to make introductions, I guess.
Oh, splendid. Okay. We'll take your car.
I mean, we drove in mine.
Okay.
You'll have to kind of cram into the back seat with a couple of people though.
Okay.
okay. He can sit on Dostin's lap.
Nope.
Yep.
Nope.
Well, there's always the trunk, I suppose.
There we go.
Cat, you like trunks, right?
Is that something we can do now, tonight?
What? Yeah. If you want to.
You,
You need a change of pants before we go?
Yeah, let's do that. Let me clean myself up, because if I present myself to him unsightly, he's likely to kill me on the spot.
you may, you good on blood? I mean, like, you're up and about, but
Yeah, I'll be okay.
okay. Alright.
Alright. He gets dressed and he will give you guys directions on how to get to his sire's residence. And I think this is a good opportune time for a quick break. And we will see you guys in a moment. Hey guys, I want to take a few moments to give a few thank yous and shout outs. None of these are endorsed, these are just people who have really helped inspire our passion for role playing. First, I want to give a big shout out to our local gaming store, The Gaming Guild. They're a great place to get almost anything you need for your gaming passions. Dice, games, minis, they have it all. Thank you guys so much. And second, to Utility Muffin Labs, who provide some of the most interesting podcasts out there, including my favorite, 25 Years of Vampire the Masquerade. Nate and Bob, you guys are just the gold standard when it comes to World of Darkness knowledge. Thank you guys so much. Now let's get back to the story. And we're back. All right. So Quinton's gonna take you guys down closer to the ocean. He takes you guys to a large lighthouse that's overlooking a large reef, or a large cliff over that. There's a light on inside the lighthouse. It's huge, massive. It's white, coming up to a red tip at the very top. There seems to be a door that's at the base. When you guys roll up there, the door is open. He looks concerned as you guys are rolling up.
Is this that sire thing where they kind of know what you're doing?
No, something's wrong.
Alright.
Well,
Stick my hand back in my pocket, pull out my spike knuckle again.
why did I not get that feeling? Alright, well, we'll pull up Park.
Alright. When you guys get up there...
And we'll walk in first.
Not a problem.
Quinton doesn't need to go first.
Quinn doesn't want to go first.
I'll go first.
Alright.
I ain't scared of nothing.
Now I'll stick my hands in my pocket and start stretching out my claws.
When you guys... Okay, when you guys get in there, the first thing you guys see is the door looks like it was kicked open. Like you see the doorknob is broken off the door. It's laying next to the door. There's a pile of broken rocks that's just littering this floor. There's a staircase that seems to be spiraling up. You guys see like scratch marks and all over this bottom part of the lighthouse.
Do they look like claw marks?
Yeah, it looks like claw marks on the stone.
Alright, Quinton, is there any kind of like weird Tremere magic stuff we need to worry about in here?
Well, there should have been. He had wards that protected against these things.
What things?
Against, I don't know, vampires, I would guess.
And there's like a bunch of clog marks out there, right?
Yeah.
Like a horde of vampires?
I don't know.
I don't know.
He has like a ton of gargoyle protectors.
So maybe
where
they're
are they
from
at?
the gargoyles?
Yeah, he goes, I think that's what these rocks are down here.
Okay. Well, I guess let's head upstairs.
Yeah, as you guys make your guys' way upstairs, you guys are just seeing more just rubble, debris on there. He takes you up to another floor. Up here, there seems to be... It looks to be kind of like a reading room here. There's books that are strewn everywhere. You see two bodies. They appear to be they're pale people with fangs down. They're laying there just dead. That's on there. One looks like he's got a hole burned straight through his chest. Another one looks like he was just literally just ripped in half like that. Like there's just two body parts. Like there's just two halves of his body just laying there. There's papers strewn all over the place. The staircase is still going up.
Since neither of these bodies are ash, I'm guessing they're not your sire.
No, these look like younger vampires.
They're not wearing the purple pants, were they?
Purple pants.
No.
They are not.
He goes over and he touches one of the bodies. And he goes, yeah. I see. There was a fight here, but there was a bunch of them that attacked here.
Who are they?
It's hard. They look young. They don't look like they're that old.
Sabat?
Maybe shovelheads, maybe fledglings that they made just for this. I don't know.
What'd you say? Shellheads?
Shovelheads, like they're just newly created ones that they made. Maybe caitiffs. It's hard to say.
Do you know what happened to your sire?
Let's go back up to the top and let's go up to his lab. He takes you to the top floor. Up here, you see what looks like a large workstation, like a huge workstation. There's instruments blown all over the place. There's scorch marks all over the wall, scratch marks in the floor, and whatnot. He goes, I don't understand. He goes like, they must have taken him.
Can you see his aura?
He touched it. It's hard. He tries. He's got some wards against that. I see. I see a man. He has a large hooked staff. He's black. He's got open chest. He's got a forked tongue. The eyes glowing yellow.
Long dreads?
Long dreads, yeah.
Sounds like our Samuel.
He must have attacked you, and he must have taken my sire.
Well, I would guess he wants your sire to help him fix the problems that he's been having making this item. If I had to make a guess. Since you said that your sire would probably be one of the better ones to go to about something like this.
This has been here for days. I don't think this is recent. I haven't spoken to my sire in months.
Do you think it's possible that it's been this way long enough that your sire was the one that made the dagger form in the first place?
It might have been.
Well, why would your sire work for a Sentai?
I don't know what he did.
Well, I would imagine he wasn't doing it entirely willingly.
It's also possible that he did it wrong on purpose.
And that's what I was just thinking. Is that he may have intentionally used the wrong kind of silk with the idea of ruining his plans. Because I assume that your sire wouldn't make a mistake like that unintentionally.
No. He would have known better. He would have been able to tell that.
That's what I thought. Well,
Looks like we might have to,
I'd say there's a decent chance he might still be alive, though.
If he needs him.
Because he would have wanted to use the dagger in the first place to make sure that it worked before getting rid of him, I would think. And then after it didn't work, you would need him basically to show him how to make it work, right?
Mm-hmm.
At least I would think so. Now, figuring out where he is about as difficult as figuring out where Samuel is, though.
How many were with him?
He had at least 8 gargoyles guardian.
No, I mean how many intruders can you count? Can you see their?
I saw several.
So he wasn't acting by himself.
No.
Well, I mean, this still would have been when he was in the good graces of the Sabbat, I imagine. Since this would have been before the ritual went sour. So he would have had whatever, like, shock troops, more or less, they were able to give him at the time. I assume.
Well, then there might not be a very good chance he's alive then.
Well, I mean...
Because why keep him around if he already has the dagger?
Well, the idea would be
In
that
case it
he
didn't
would
work.
not kill him until he knew the dagger worked. It's possible maybe he was overconfident and finished him off once he finished the dagger, I don't know. Presumably there at least would have been some kind of agreement in place for him not to kill him if he made the dagger, but whether or not he would follow through with that, I couldn't say. But,
I don't think any follower of Seth has ever told the truth.
if I was in his position, though, I wouldn't have killed him until I knew it worked, though. But that's just me, so I don't know. I'm not a Setite or my Samuel, so I can't say what he would do. But nonetheless, that doesn't really give us any more of a lead on where we would find Samuel or your sire.
Can you make an investigation just to see if I can garner any additional information?
Yep.
I think we might have to end up trying to track down those ugly bastards.
Yeah, the Nas in the sewers. The only problem with that is that they can get kind of defensive about their areas down there. And if you just kind of wander around down there looking for them, they might just attack you. And they'll do kind of like those guys back at Quinton's house where they just kind of pop out of nowhere and start attacking you, but generally if the Nas are any good, then they're going to pop out and hit you, and they're going to hit you real hard.
You find some you find some you move some books as you're looking around, and you find what looks to be like a severed cut piece of bread.
Hey guys, I think I found something.
What's up?
We'll go over there.
I point at it with my pencil. That looks like a severed piece of dreadlock.
Like from Samuel?
I don't know who it's from, but I'd guess.
Is there something you can do with that?
Can you just like curse someone or something if you have their hair?
Or track them?
I mean, I'm not...
I don't know magic, but that sounds magic.
That's why I directed my question to Quinton.
You go, yeah. There's ways that we can do that with them, with this.
That you could track them?
Mm-hmm.
And if that's what this is, we should probably do that.
Yeah, I'll need some time. Because I need to acquire a few I need to acquire a few reagents. I won't be able to do it tonight, but I might be able to at least discern you some more information about them if I can't track them.
Alright, well,
This is our best lead.
it's a
we've
lead,
had
yeah.
yet.
Yeah. But I will tell you this: I do know if you want to try to get a hold of Dagger, I do know probably the best person to ask.
Oh.
Mason.
I was kind of wondering about
Sure.
that. No, the bartender.
Oh, the bartender.
The cool guy who gives us drinks.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cool guy that gives us drinks and is the bartender in the Elysium, and it's a very good position to be gathering information. Which is why I'm friends with Mason, because you want to be friends with a guy like Mason. I'm not entirely sure that Mason isn't Edgar, to be honest. Just throwing things out there, but
He's not. I'm pretty positive. You don't get to be that. I don't think you get to be that old just serving people drinks.
I'm just
But
saying
isn't
though.
that exactly what Edgar would want you to think?
That's a good point.
It's a good spot to be in if you want to hide in plain sight.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Well, you want to go back to the clubhouse then? Let him get his hoodoo going.
Yeah, do you know how long you're gonna need? Like, would you be ready to do this tomorrow?
You can take an extra day.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I'm.
What?
Why is that?
Because
Do you have plans or something?
Yeah.
I may need a few days.
All right.
See?
Well, you've got our
I
number.
may need a few days to be able to get everything together for it.
You've got our number, and apparently, some of us have plans tomorrow, anyways.
Yep.
Yeah, but definitely don't tell anybody that you have this. But
I'm planning on spreading it around.
okay. Can I have the dread?
I point to it with my pencil. I haven't actually touched it.
Takes out a handkerchief, just picks it up.
All right. Well, just let us know when you're ready, I guess.
Okay.
Is there anything else we can do here, or that you need to do here?
He goes over. He goes over to his desk and he reaches under and he seems like he pops open a compartment under the desk, and he seems to pull out a journal. And he just puts it in his bag. He goes, "I'm good."
Is that going to be necessary for helping you do what you got to do there?
No, but it's definitely something where I knew where it's definitely information that I want.
All right. I don't have any problem with you stealing your sire's journal.
Alright. And I think that will conclude it for tonight. Alright.
Right?
That's awesome. Hope you guys enjoyed that, and we will catch you guys next time. And always remember, Mary Dice, always strike true. Hey guys, thanks so much for checking out this episode. I hope you guys are enjoying how the story is going. Just when it looks like things are finally coming together, a new twist in the story comes out to the coterie. Another group is now looking for Samuel in the city. This only makes things that much more difficult for the coterie to deal with. I hope you guys are enjoying the story and continue with us as it develops, because I've got a few more twists for you guys. If you guys are really enjoying the story, consider going to our Patreon and becoming a patron today. We have some great gifts on there for you guys, including signed props by the players, as well as a shout out from your favorite player. And don't forget, of course, to like, share, and subscribe, at the very least to help out the channel. But as always, may your dice always strike true.